it's Katie and welcome back to my channel. Today we're asking the question, what is DEKA? We're going to talk about what the different events are, the different zones, and the different things like awards and other side events that they have going on. So let's dive right in. DEKA is run by the Spartan Company, and it's like the indoor cousin of the Spartan race. So DEKA is short for decathlon, and it's also the Greek number 10. And it's basically 10 functional fitness zones with or without running. So let's take a look at the events. There are several different events that DEKA hosts now, but they have three headliners: the DEKA Strong, DEKA Mile, and DEKA Fit. The DEKA Strong and DEKA Mile events can be hosted by local affiliate gyms, and those ones are smaller scale, locally run with just a few dozen athletes that come and participate at each one, so you really get that community feel and get to plug in with your local affiliate gyms. And DEKA Fit is hosted by Spartan, and they're more regional type events, so they're hosted less frequently, and they're at large event centers. So these ones are a little bit bigger. You might have to fly to one or do a road trip to get to one, but they are really, really fun. So the DEKA Strong is the 10 functional fitness zones with no running. The DEKA Mile is 10 functional fitness zones plus 160 meters between every zone for a total of a 1 mile run. And then the DEKA Fit is the 10 functional fitness zones plus 500 meters between every zone for a total of 5K of running. And when you sign up for a DEKA race, you can sign up for different divisions. First off, there's solo. That is the most basic idea. You do it by yourself, no assistance from anybody else. And if you've tried solo and want an extra challenge, you can try the ruck division, which uses a backpack for weight. So here you'd add, for females, 20 pounds and for males, 30 pounds to your back and complete the DEKA races with the backpack. And word on the street is they might start launching some DEKA ruck teams as a beta test, so keep an eye out for those two coming up, because that would be super fun too. And speaking of teams, there are two different team divisions. You can do a 2-person team, which is you and a partner, and that could be female, male, or co-ed divisions. Or you can sign up for a party with a 4-person team, which could be, again, male, female, or co-ed. Co-ed being 2 male and 2 female on one team. And all the teams are relay style, so you tag your teammate and then they do the work while you rest and vice versa. So it's really nice being able to tag, take a little break, and let them do some work while you're resting. And especially if you have limitations and can't complete a specific zone, teams make it very accessible for you to still be able to participate and do your best, run a race, have some fun, and not have to worry about not being able to complete a specific zone by yourself. Teams are so much fun, and they're honestly the best way to get newbies involved in DEKA so that they can dip their toes in the water, have a lot of fun, and complete the race. So now that you know the overview of the races, let's get into the zones. Zone 1 is weighted alternating reverse lunges. So rams are weighted rollers and should be used primarily, but if you don't have access to one, you are allowed to use a single dumbbell instead. So especially for our foreign partners who aren't able to get ram rollers shipped to them, having a dumbbell is totally fine. But if your facility has a ram, use the ram. Here we alternate each rep where the back knee touches down every time, and we stand back up nice and tall at the top with both feet together. Zone number 2 is the row erg. Here you can manipulate that damper setting wherever you need it, and we're gonna row 500 meters. Zone number 3 is the box step over or jump. It's a 24-inch box height standard. Both feet have to touch the top of the box, but they don't have to touch simultaneously. And then both feet have to touch the ground by the side of the box too. And good hip mobility will really help shorter athletes here because that box height is standard 24. Zone 4 is the med ball sit-up or throw. This zone uses a slam ball, and it's different for the mile and strong versus the fit. So for the DEKA Mile and Strong, you're gonna do a sit-up where you start the rep overhead with the ball touching the floor, and you bring the ball between your feet and it taps between the heels. And for the DEKA Fit, you're gonna be doing a sit-up throw. So starting overhead with the ball touching the floor, you're gonna sit up and throw the ball at a 4.5-foot target. DEKA Zone 5 is the ski erg. We're gonna adjust that damper however we want it, just like the row, and we're gonna ski 500 meters. Zone 6 is the farmer carry. So here we're gonna take 2 dumbbells down and back a 10-meter stretch 5 times for a total of 100 meters. Or if you're doing the DEKA Fit, you'll take those dumbbells through a 100-meter course. And of course, they saved the best for last because the last 4 zones are the hardest. Zone number 7 is everyone's absolute favorite, the air bike. This is where you enter the pain cave, and here you have to complete 25 calories. And after that, zone 8 is the dead ball shoulder over or yoke over. For the DEKA Strong and DEKA Mile, you'll be throwing the ball up over your shoulder and throwing it behind you. For the DEKA Fit, you'll be throwing it forward over a 4-foot wall. So it's a little bit different on the mechanics there if you're practicing for a fit versus the strong and mile, just be aware. And then DEKA Zone 9 is the tank push-pull. Here we have a couple different tank options. You can be using the Torque tank or the Zybex tank, and there's different models and everything that are available for those brands. But basically, both of these tanks use magnetic resistance. So the harder you push against the tank, the more resistance you will feel. Whew, fun. And just like the farmer, we're gonna be pushing this down a 10-meter down and back, pushing down and pulling it back. And we're gonna do that 5 times for a total of 100 meters. And last but not least, the weighted burpee is zone 10. So just like that lunge, rams are primary here. If you have one, use it. If you don't have a ram, that's okay, you can use dumbbells here instead. And here the rep starts down. You're gonna come down to knees or toes for the push-up. Your chest or abdomen is gonna touch the ram, and then you're gonna come back up with the weight fully extended overhead, but the rep is done when the weight is set back down on the floor nicely. And in the strong and mile, the timer is going to stop when that last rep is completed. In the DEKA Fit, there's a little difference. You're gonna set the ram down and then run past the finish line. So that's DEKA in a nutshell, but we also have some awards that are really fun with DEKA. So you can see my different t-shirts and some awards over here throughout the years. Basically, every finisher will get both a t-shirt and a medal. And they've had some pretty cool medal designs throughout the year too. I'll go ahead and show those in a B-roll shot here. But they used to come with this trifecta wedge that was 1/3 of what's called their trifecta medal that you can assemble on your own time if you've completed all 3 in 1 calendar year. But this year in 2026, they're starting to do something different. Here, they're starting to do what's called hexes, and they're these little hexes that are magnetically attached to your medal, and you can take those off and assemble them to kind of make a picture of your whole race season. So it's also included with these other different races that DEKA has recently put out too. And there's 3 primary other races that DEKA has. First off is DEKA Atlas. I have a whole video up here about it, but that's 10 heavyweight zones with no running, with a 30-minute time cap for a challenge. And then there's also DEKA Fire, which is 10 bodyweight functional zones, which you can do anywhere, anytime, because you upload those results yourself to the DEKA website. And then the other one is the newest, one of the newest ones is the DEKA Fit Ultra, which is 5 DEKA Fits back to back to back to back to back. So that's 50 zones and 25 kilometers of running in one massive race. So if you like ultras and marathons and longer distance endurance, this is for you. And DEKA also has some other really fun awards that they hand out at things like their DEKA Fit or DEKA World Championships that they host every year. So if you're at a DEKA Fit and you happen to medal in your age group, you could get one of these special age group medals. Or if you place overall at DEKA Fit, you might even get one of these fun triangle wedges. They are so, so pretty. This one is from my World Champs race back in December this past year, and it's gorgeous. Or if you're doing DEKA Fit teams and you happen to place in your age group or overall, you might happen to get one of these DEKA batons, which are gold, silver, or red for first, second, third. So there's always some extra fun ways to get extra little awards and perks throughout your racing journey. But basically, there's a DEKA race for everyone, whether you're a beginner or whether you're a seasoned athlete, endurance, strength, there's something out there for you. So that's the thing I love about DEKA, is that there's different levels and different races for different skill sets. And I have some resources to get you started on your DEKA journey. First off, and most important, is my Fit Tips emails, which come out weekly. It's a newsletter where I share my biggest and best training tips. And I've also got my freebie, the Ultimate Race Day Packing List, so you'll never forget a race essential again. And I've got several different playlists and links down in the description that you can check out that will help you with your DEKA training, because I have lots of different YouTube videos and other resources for you down in the description, so don't miss those. But that's DEKA in a nutshell. Its mission, its vision is all about accessibility, getting you off the couch and into some fun races so that you can be training with intention and not just exercising. So I hope this helps, and I wish you the best of luck at your first DEKA race. Bye! Zone number 2 is the